You were at UCLA. Just tell us what it's like to be back and to tee it up here again at Wilshire Country Club.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, every time I play here, anywhere in Southern California, but I feel like especially here, I definitely feel at home. I went to elementary school just around the block from here. My grandma lives just around the block from here. I came here quite a bit in college, and thankfully I'm going to have a lot of friends and family out this week. So, and it's really cool to always have them out. Especially with how much we travel, I don't get to see them a ton and they don't get to watch me play a ton. So that really means a lot. And yeah, really looking forward to the week. I've performed well here in the past couple years. So, I feel pretty good about my game. So hopefully I can shoot a low round the first couple of days and put myself in a good spot for the weekend.
Kent Paisley is on the Zoom right now. So Kent, why don't you ask your questions before Megan King starts here?
Appreciate the full name there, Emily. Alison, obviously Nellie's been on quite the run. What's it been like watching her play over the stretch?
I mean, it's been really cool to see basically history being made. I always say I feel like competition nowadays on the LPG Tour compared to how it was 10, 15, 20 years ago, I feel like it's definitely more competitive now than it was before. You see a lot more talent out here. You see more young girls playing golf. You just see a lot better golf out there. And for her to, win that many times in a row, I mean, even just to win once out here is tough, but to be able to have that kind of streak at this day and age with golf being so difficult, same with Scotty as well, I think is really, really cool to see.
Thanks, Alison.
I'm going to keep it rolling here. Megan, you don't have any? Okay, good. Megan's good. I have a question about Megan since she's right here.
Want to come over here?
Yesterday we had a little jersey swap competition. How's it cool to see your friend in her Lakers gear and actually watching the Lakers in the playoffs this year?
Lakers are 0-2.
Yeah.
I want to add that in there.
I mean, it's great. Megan and I are really good friends. We like to have a little friendly competition now and then. To see her in a Lakers jersey, I know hurt her soul a little bit, so it made me feel pretty good. It's tough to do that.
They didn't show me, no offense to LeBron, but I was flopping out there, but they didn't show that.
On the social video. Yeah, that's good.
No offense to LeBron.
No offense to LeBron.
I want to talk about something you just touched on. Your game's in a really good place that I know you won on the LAT not so long ago and had a really good showing at the final event of the year, CME. How nice is it to feel like your game's in a good place and then get to come someplace where you're super familiar?
Good. I feel like, not going to lie, I definitely feel like over the last couple months with how I've been performing, I definitely feel like there's a bit more pressure to perform well because I've had a few weeks here and there where I've been really close to winning a lot more than what I have been doing in the past and a lot more frequently than before. I was really, really disappointed in the last 2 weeks. I missed a cut last week at Chevron, which really hurt, and didn't perform well at Shadow Creek, which is basically, my new home now. But yeah, all that aside, I'm trying really hard to move on. Like I said, I do feel good about my game. Just trying really hard to hold on to how my game's been and just need to be in a good, strong mental place. And this place is great. I feel comfortable here. Like I said, I have performed well here in the past, so I'm going to try and take all those positives into this week and try and do my best. I feel like I do have a lot at stake. I want to make the Olympics. I want to make it on the Solheim Cup team. I want to win out here. I feel like there's so many things I want to do this year, not so much, over the next however many years of my career. These next couple months feel really important to me. I feel like I'm never going to it's very possible I'll never get this chance or opportunity again, with playing as well as I am and trying to make the team on the Olympics, trying to make Solheim Cup team and trying to win. So I'm doing the best I can to just enjoy the moment and have a really good time over these next couple months. But also I do have a lot of big goals and dreams for these next couple months. So it's just trying to find the right balance.
Yeah. What are some of those techniques that you use for yourself to sort of stay in the moment when you have such big goals ahead of you?
It's tough. I don't think I have anything specific working right now. Clearly, I haven't found anything in the last couple weeks, but this week's nice. I came to LA, a couple days early. I got to see my family. I'm going to see a few friends tonight, get dinner with them. And just try and do everything I can to get away from the noise. There is a lot of noise with, like I mentioned earlier, like everything I want to accomplish in the next couple months. So yeah, just trying to do as best as I can to even 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours a day. Just try and find a little bit of an escape, whether that's hanging out with friends, reading a book. I've really enjoyed reading a lot recently. I love my Kindle. Like, I literally don't go anywhere without it. It's even in my golf bag. Like, I travel with it, and it's with me on the golf course as well. If I have a long wait on a hole, I'll pull it out and read a couple pages. But yeah, just trying to do a couple of things here and there to calm my mind and take me out of certain moments, because sometimes they could, be a little bit overwhelming.
What are you reading, if you don't want to ask? What have you been reading?
Right now, sorry, I just started this book, so I forgot the name of it. I can pull it up on my Goodreads. If anyone wants to be friends with me on Goodreads. Before We Were Yours.
Okay, so like fiction then.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I usually read fiction. Like, I'll read a few memoirs. I just finished Elon Musk's, or I guess that's not really a memoir, but I finished his book by Isaac Walter, I think, and that was really good too. So yeah, I do enjoy fiction. I feel like if it's full-on fiction, like fantasy, I think for some reason, I don't know if there's a correlation or it's just a coincidence, but every time I'm in the middle of a fantasy series, I play well that week. So I'm trying really hard to save all those fantasy series for when I'm playing in competition and read those like in the morning and at night. So we'll see. Maybe I need to skip this book and read a fantasy starting tonight, because that's been working.
I love that. Just last question for me. Your game, obviously, we've said, is in a good place. What is it about your game that just feels really good for you?
I think a lot of it has to do with confidence and momentum. I feel like my game's been in a good place and a better place the last couple years, but something has just been able to click over the last 6-7 months. Making a few more putts here and there, feeling a little bit more confident and comfortable over the ball when I'm hitting approach shots, things like that. So it's just small things here and there that really make a big difference if you look at the big picture. So yeah, I saw my swing coach was here yesterday. We worked on a few things, and it does feel really good. I don't want to jinx anything or, get too ahead of myself, but you truly never know until you tee it up. And you play that first round of a tournament. You might feel great. Like even last week, I felt really, really good. I felt so prepared going into Thursday of Chevron, and I just had a really bad round. And there's just sometimes there's nothing you could do. Thankfully, I had a good second round last week, but it wasn't enough to make the cut. But yeah, I'm just trying as best as I can to stay positive. Like I said, I know I can go out there and shoot a low round. I know I can win. It's just a matter of manifesting it and seeing it happen and truly, truly trusting and believing that it can happen.
Awesome. Well, good luck this week, Alison.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.